Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're doing another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. So the rare we got, Driven to Despair. I've played with and against this. It's a great card. It's not even an awkward card to start with because you could just play the Driven side and still be pretty happy. It's a powerful effect. So otherwise there's If Near Deadlands, Unraveling Mummy, Unquenchable Thirst, and I think those are the first picks I'm looking at. But we'll take the Driven to Despair. I think this card is very good. Very strong card. Green is the color that you would be able to play Despair, even if you weren't necessarily in black. You could find a way to get there. So we could take Hope Tinder, but there is Overcome. Last time Overcome wheeled, so maybe it's just too expensive. I don't know, but I mean, if you play a creature-centric deck, I don't know how it could possibly be bad. So we probably just take it, and this also motivates us to play a ton of creatures. So I guess we can just take the Overcome. It's a good, I mean, it's a absolute stalled board breaker, so we might as well take it over the Hope Tinder and the other green cards. There's a Lethal Sting in here, which might, is that even just better than Overcome because it just kills things? I still want to hold out hope. I think last time I played Overcome, I won with it maybe one game. I've certainly lost against it. I guess we'll take it. I mean, it's undeniably a powerful effect. It's just the difference between this and Overrun is way more significant than maybe some people like to think. Okay. So now we have Devotee of Strength sticking with the green. There's Frilled Sandwalla, Unquenchable Thirst, and some black cards. We'll probably just take the Devotee. This card is pretty good. I like this effect a lot. If you have the open mana, it's nice to have these cards that, I guess there's also a farm to market. That is good. We're going to take the Devotee though. Alright, Banewhip Punisher is one of the better black cards. One of the better cards in the format, actually. I just love Banewhip Punisher. Seeing it fourth pick's a good sign too. We'll take it over Ronus' Stalwart, which is also good. Okay, plenty of good picks here for us. We've got the Appeal, which obviously is a lot better with Authority, but you could totally play Appeal on its own. I think it's really good for one mana, even at Sorcery. We have the Sharpshooters, probably taking the Feral Prowler. It's a pretty excellent card in general. It's great with the Overcome and the Driven to Despair. Blocks early. Otherwise, there's Bone Slasher and Scrounger of Souls. This is not really a Wall of Forgotten Pharaohs deck, given that we've got Overcome and Driven. Unfortunately, it's combat damage to a player, draw a card, not any sort of damage. So let's take the Feral Prowler and be happy enough with that. Okay, now we could take the Kenra Eternal, or we could take the Desert. We don't have any Desert cards yet, but there's certainly like Sidewinder Naga and stuff like that. I think Kenra Eternal is going to make the deck regardless, because we're already looking like we want to be a beatdown deck with the Overcome and the Driven to Despair, so getting the 2-drop with, I think the Afflict sort of makes this card. And I'm probably not going to be cutting any 2-drop creatures, given that I've got 2 cards that really just want me, 3 cards that really just want me to play and jam a ton of creatures. So I'm going to take it over the Desert, despite the Desert being a good card. Alright, so now I can take the Desert and be happy enough with it. We can take the Sharpshooter. I think this card's okay. Usually late game stuff is not hard to find, especially in green. There's also Scrounger of Souls, which is fine, but we're going to err towards just making our curve as low as possible with this Overcome, the Driven to Despair. Okay, a Cursed Horde is obviously better than Bone Slasher, and we already have at least one other zombie, so we're going to take it over the Bone Slasher here and be happy enough with that. Unraveling Mummy. Well, I mean, the fact that it wheeled and the Accursed Horde came that late could be that we're just supposed to be in zombies. I might consider it now. But then we got the Hope Tinder back too, and this card is like very, very good. I feel as though Unraveling Mummy is splashable. I just don't know if that's exactly the path I want to go. And there's nothing else in here anyway, so we'll take the Hope Tinder. Still try and figure this out. Alright, now I'm going to take the Sandwalla. Alright, I still feel like we should probably... This is another zombie, though. I still feel like green-black is the best route for us to go. We have the Overcome, we have the Driven to Despair, we have the low curve. Take the Scrounger now. Geez, second to last picks. Alright, I'm going to take it just because it is totally possible to stay with zombies. So we have 2 really good paths at the moment. We just by chance ended up wheeling some incredibly strong zombie cards. So it's pretty motivating. I mean, second to last pick, you know, early pick zombie card for black white just might be the sign we're looking for. Like I said, we ended up with 5 zombies without even trying, which is pretty good. So maybe we are. I don't know. I'm still feeling like the green black is a little more interesting, but yeah, that late is on. All right. Well, now, yeah, now I kind of just want to take Ronus's Last Stand and just jam green black. I mean, the zombie deck may be there, but we've managed to construct a pretty nice looking black green deck without even trying that hard at all. So, and now that we've gotten this Ronus's Last Stand, I mean, who doesn't want a 2-mana 5/4, right? There's also Tenacious Hunter, which is perfect for this deck too, but obviously not better than a 2-mana 5/4. So let's take it and be really happy. If we could wheel this Feral Prowler, that would be a gift. I'm not holding out too much hope for anything else, but yeah, Ronus's Last Stand, awesome. So now we probably just jam another Devotee. There's also the Ritualist, which I guess would let us play the Unraveling Mummy, but we're going to take the Devotee. So I think our deck is devoid of removal at the moment. Well, no, we have the Banewhip Punisher. That's really premium removal, actually. But what do we want here? Probably another Carrion Screecher. We could take the Rampaging Hippo as well. The Hippo's just a fatty that you can cycle. And we have Ramp, I guess. So that's not bad. But Screecher flies, which is good with the Driven to Despair and the Overcome. And I don't think green-black gets a ton of evasion anyway. But Hippo is pretty good. I probably still err towards 4-drop Flyer, I'm thinking. I'm not 100% on that. There's also Survivor's Encampment, but we have 0 cards that really need deserts at the moment. So I think we're just going to take the Screecher. It also randomly has good synergy with a Cursed Horde, which is not to be overlooked either. So let's just take it. Take it over Bone Slasher? I think so. I think we do. Well, there's another one too. Jeez. Now we just get to take this Ronus's Stalwart and be really happy about that. There is Appeal to Authority, which is also good, like I said, but I think we're just got to take the Stalwart. This is a super premium 2-drop. It works amazingly well with all of our cards at the moment. Another Accursed Horde. Jeez. Otherwise, another crack at Encampment. We'll just take the Accursed Horde. Make all of our zombies indestructible. So we can take the Ritualist now, or Torment of Scarabs, or Lurching Rot Beast. Probably just taking the Ritualist. Seems unlikely I'd need it, but I've found it to be pretty good in this format overall. Alright, now we can take Kenra Eternal. We are just sub-zombie theme, but I really like our green cards a lot at the moment. So probably Ritualist is the 4-drop we'd want to play the least, now that we have the double Accursed Horde for some zombies. Possible to splash the Unraveling Mummy now that we have, I mean, quite a few zombies already. We have 6 zombies? It's pretty good. Probably don't need to play the Scrounger either. If we could top out at Overcome, that would be ideal. Okay, well, now we can take the Sidewinder Naga, but we're so removal light that I'm going to take the Gift of Strength. We actually need some tricks here. We do not have enough. Plus, we don't have a pretty solid desert theme going yet anyway, so let's take Gift of Strength, which is a good card anyway. Alright, get the Bone Slasher, which is nice. We'll take the Naga over the 3rd Screecher. Probably good on 4-drops. Naga's pretty solid 3-drop. Okay. Another Bone Slasher over Dagger. Yeah, I mean, this is amazing that we're basically... I mean, at this point, it might just be worth our time to splash the Unraveling Mummy. We don't have a way to do it yet, but we just ended up with a ton of... I mean, we don't actually need the Unraveling Mummy. With just a double Accursed Horde and just making all these guys indestructible when attacking is also very good. Alright, get another Screecher regardless. Guess we'll take the green card. Yet to sideboard into this. I'm trying to think of the green enchantments I even care about. And I can't, honestly, I can't think of any. Like, you can get rid of a green cartouche. I don't think that's very good. Okay, we have some good bodies for Cartouche of Strength. A lot of 3/3s. We need more removal in here, so I think we're just going to slam dunk that first pick. Because all we have right now is a Gift of Strength and a Banewit Punisher, so we'd like to up our removal count as much as possible here. And there's not much else in here we even care about at all, so that's pretty good for us. So we have Ronus's Monument. We have Quarry Hauler, Pouncing Cheetah. Some people like the Ronus's Monument. I'm not really a fan. I don't think it's all that good. But I suppose we're not really giving up much of anything, so I could just take it here. Quarry Hauler is typically good if you have a lot of neg 1 counter related stuff. I don't think we basically just have a Punisher, which it synergizes well with, but not enough where I think we need it. So I guess we'll take the Monument. There's a chance I play it. I'm hoping that I don't have to. Alright, easy. Another cartouche. We'll take the green one over the black one. I think the black one's good too, but I want some removal ones. We'll take all these cartouches. I'm going to take them over the Splendid Agony, Soul Stinger. Like, alright, we'll cut the Monument now, probably. Yeah, we have Overcome. We don't need the Ronus's Monument. Destined to Lead is pretty good too. If we can wheel that, it'd be good, but I'm not going to take it over Cartouche. Well, we have Hapatra. Probably just take it. Otherwise, the Splendid Agony, which is also good, but Hapatra seems like a fun 2-drop to play with. We're in the right colors, and I wish we had more. Well, we have Banewit Punisher too, like I said, but that's it. Wish we had more ways to put neg 1 counters on, but we're going to take up Hapatra here pretty happily. And I guess we'll probably start to cut one of our Screechers. 2 is enough, I would think. And then we just get Lord of the Accursed. Yeah, I guess we take it, and at this point, with the sheer quantity of zombies that we've inadvertently picked up, which is 8, it still just is good enough for the deck, which is kind of funny. Trial of Ambition with triple Cartouche, that seems correct. Taking that over Festering Mummy. Wow, Crocodile of the Crossing this late too. This card is incredibly strong. Wow, we've got some tough choices to make here. We have 20 creatures currently if you count Ronus's Last Stand. Geez. Yeah, our deck is just chock full of goodies. Patra's Mark's probably a good sideboard against certain removal decks. And you can remove counters. Not that that's super relevant for us. So I think we can probably still get away with 16 lands, but I gotta figure out some cuts here. I think we keep the zombies now that we have the Lord and the double Accursed Horde, so probably the Harrier Naga. Maybe one of the Devotees can go. I don't need any of these. This is a good body in this deck usually to put neg 1 counters on, but we don't even have to worry about that. Maybe the Cheetah. I don't think we're gonna use it anyway. Getting the Cartouche back. That's probably gonna make the deck. I'm gonna try to make it make the deck. I'm gonna make it make the deck. All right, let's get rid of the Harrier Naga and the Devotee at least, and then we got to figure out more from there. Jeez. Take the rare. Take the Mummy. It's yet another zombie, but it's pretty bad, even in a deck where, God, look at all these zombies. Just, just completely hooked up with the zombie deck. That's so funny. Alright, well, we can easily play Mummy over Sandwalla in this deck. I think that's perfectly acceptable. It's not like Mummy's very good with the Horde, actually, but maybe we play them both. Why don't we just start cutting, like, things we don't need? So I like our Evasion a lot. I think we're actually going to ditch the Devotee. I think it's a great card, but we honestly just do not need it. Because we still have just plenty of zombies, which is just crazy. Yeah, I'm not even completely aware what we're supposed to be cutting here at this point, because we have to make 3 cuts. And I don't even, maybe the Gift of Strength can go. I think the card's great, but look at all these zombies we have. Jeez. We have 11 zombies without trying. Maybe we cut one more Screecher. I think it's great, but we can easily cut creatures. We probably cut the Gift of Strength because we still have triple Cartouche of Strength, Cartouche of Ambition. We still have 18 creatures, which means if we cut the Gift of Strength, we can still cut one more creature and be okay. I could easily cut 2 creatures and leave all this stuff too, which I'm not opposed to if I could figure out what 2 creatures are bad enough to get cut. Like maybe cut the Hope Tinder, because even though I don't want to cut 2 drops, it's just a non-zombie card that seems like it could get cut. And then maybe the Feral Prowler, or maybe we keep the Prowler and cut the Sandwalla. I wanted the 1-drops basically because it's good with Overcome and good with the Driven to Despair, but maybe it's just cuttable. So like we could cut these 2 and still have a ton of zombies, still be running 16 lands, still have 16 creatures, have plenty of removal and tricks and value cards. Yeah, this might be it actually. Man, if we're cutting cards like this, our deck must be pretty nuts. Yeah, I mean, it looks good to me. No doubt. Okay. Crazy. Crazy deck. So we have more black, but we have double green, so we're probably just going to do an even split. So 8 and 8. Yeah, wow. Quite the deck here. Green, black, zombies, inadvertently. Still looks good, even without going for the zombie deck at all. Still looks very good. So, cool. All right, we'll play it like this. We'll see you around 1.